Lindsey Graham yesterday was on Fox News warning that there will be riots in the streets if Donald Trump is indicted over his mishandling of classified documents. He suggested there was a two-tiered legal system, one for Hunter Biden, one for Donald Trump. Quote, and I'll say this, if there is a prosecution of Donald Trump for mishandling classified information after the Clinton debacle, there will be riots in the streets. So today's poll question in follow-up to the Sunday issue was, do you agree with Lindsey Graham? Is that going to happen? The reason that I was framing this issue on Sunday is because of a pair of editorials that came out preceding Sunday. One of them was from the Wall Street Journal, and the one that really caught my eye was from the New York Times. The New York Times, they published it on Friday. I picked up the Saturday paper. It wasn't there. It's a long and thoughtful New York Times essay. It's not your standard Times opinion, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And I knew they were saving it for Sunday's print edition, and indeed that's what they did. Okay, so it's like a tale of two cities. First of all, here's the Wall Street Journal. Under the headline, "The Mar-a-Lago Affidavit," then kind of quoting Peggy Lee, "Is that all there is?" They say, just giving you a line or two and skipping around, "This really does seem to boil down to a fight over the handling of classified documents. In the end, that's what it is," says the Wall Street Journal. And they note, as always with Trump, he seems to have been his worst enemy. He and his staff appear to have been sloppy, even cavalier in storing the documents. Classified records found in boxes were mixed in with newspapers, magazines, printed articles, photos, miscellaneous printouts and notes, and presidential correspondence. This fanned suspicion that important documents were still floating around the house where bad actors hanging around Mar-a-Lago Resort might pilfer them. It then goes on to say, no doubt the government was upset about this, and that's why they undertook the unprecedented action of searching a former president's home. Wall Street Journal says, quote, "Instead, they could have gone to a district court and sought an order for the proper handling and storage of documents." And finally, they conclude, "We aren't defending Trump. We aren't defending Trump's behavior in any of this. He brings much of this trouble on himself, but his political enemies make it worse when they break political norms themselves. They also help Mr. Trump by making him into a political martyr. If you're going to indict a former president, you'd better have him dead to rights on something bigger than the mishandling of documents." I think that's a legitimate viewpoint. Was Trump wrong here based on what we know? Heavy redactions. But was he wrong here? Yes. Everybody's caught up in the whole classified aspect of this, which has little to do in the end. He had government property that was not his, and he wouldn't give it back. That's what it's all about. But do you indict him for that?